In a world where superheroes are for hire and you need something done right, there's only one group you can call. Superhero Delivery Service. Their powers are super, they'll get it there sooner. Superhero Delivery Service.
Hello, and welcome to Superhero Delivery Service. This is officially Season 1, even though technically we've had a season before this, but that's Season 0. Let's not get into details here. So this is Season 1, episode, I believe this is 4. I think we're on the 4th episode, maybe 3. I don't know, I'll have to look that up later. But as always, the rules can be found there's a link right there, but you can also type !rules and get a link in the chat. You can also suggest a mission by typing !mission, and that will send you a form that you can do all of that wonderful jazz for. So this is an improv comedy game, story-based interactive storytelling system. I guess that's a kind of good way to put it, where the heroes have to go through a certain set of situations, and they have skills that determine whether those situations are a success or not. I pre-write a bunch of story, and their interaction, reaction, and choices within those are completely new. They have never seen any of this before, and I kind of have to deal with whatever their choices are. So that's where the improv aspect comes into this. So yes, I don't think there's too much more that needs to be said. The rules have been pretty static. Season 0, they changed kind of, willy-nilly. But this go around, things have pretty much stayed exactly the way they are. So I'm going to switch over. So they are still on mute in Skype. So you can see them, or at least you could see those that aren't Raeltia, because he is either blending in with his green screen or is not sitting down. I've been told he is wearing a green shirt, so he might blend in very well. As you notice, there is also a new face here. There is a second Dave that will be joining us, who will be playing a character, Balder. I will let him do his intro at some point, although not quite at this moment. All right, so I'm going to turn the rolling area on. And okay, so we got rolls on, and I can close that window. I'm going to turn Skype audio on right about now. Okay, so Skype audio is on, and we will start with Aaron Knight for intros. Aaron.
Hey everybody, I'm Aaron Knight. On Twitch is Aaron Knight, Twitter Aaron Knight, Instagram Aaron Knight, everywhere Aaron Knight. I stream here, doing mostly variety stuff. Been doing programming streams lately, and tonight I'll be playing Warp, a wonderful little heroine who makes portals all over the place. Why? Because portals. You don't need any other reason.
Woohoo! All right, and Crossroads Wanderer / Shauna / Night Watch / any other names you want to add to that?
No, I'm good for now.
Awesome.
Crossroads Wanderer, also known as Shauna. I haven't streamed lately. I don't know when I'm getting back to it, but mostly I'm just playing Night Watch, who has good senses and is sort of like Daredevil, but not good at fighting. You can go ahead, Davey. Scoodavi.
I am Scoodavi. I play the character of Tav, who is a stealth, and security, and tech wizard, but who also has an unpredictable telekinetic power, which can fail him at times. Morwen.
I am Morwen. My character is Shireen. She is a temperamental fire witch who uses magic to magic things and fire and magic and stuff. I am also a streamer. I stream whenever I feel like it, so I don't have a schedule. Yeah.
Rail, you want to go?
Yes. Sorry, I always forget the order. I stream on Twitch as Realtia. My character is Niley Mikaeli. She has been trapped in this reality from 50,000 years in the future. Her body is made of microscopic nanoparticles designed to mimic organic life, and she is a scientist explorer in her own reality. Want to see the full character sheet that I made ages ago? That's it.
That's fine.
First 3 chapters of a novel.
And Dave,
Yeah,
you want to
it's
just
long. It's
Dave,
long.
you want to just say hi, and we'll wait for a character to actually be introduced.
Sure. I'll give my regular world introduction. My name is David Groveman. I do improv comedy. I actually perform with a group called Lunatic Fringe in Glen Ridge, New Jersey. I'm also an avid gamer. I'm a storyteller for a live-action role play called Sacred Grounds, and have been gaming with Nick on and off for many, many years. I am technologically challenged, and therefore no video at the moment. We'll see how long it takes for my not a computer to pretend to be a computer.
Okay. All right. So, given that, who would like? Rail, it never works. I'm just like, it's funny, but it never works. You attempting to take your chat window and put it at the screen, just never works. All right, who wants to make an attempt to summarize what has happened in the last 2 or 3 episodes? The big stuff.
Magic amulets, 6th person stuff.
All right, that was close. Does someone want to expand just a little bit on that? Maybe like go to like the 5-sentence summary.
We were sent to Africa by a crazy man who only rhymes, where we entered a large cave, to which the crazy man suddenly appeared to us, and continued to rhyme until he gave us the 6 said amulets, and then he could rhyme no longer and died. But before he died, he gave us a prophecy that the Kraken would rise, and we needed 6 people to defeat it, and there was only 5 of us, and now there's 6 of us, so perhaps we can finally fulfill our duty.
Congratulations, you hit upon the big ones.
Okay, good.
Alrighty. So yes, so that is a good summary. And there was some saving of some spice and other general mayhem and mischief in the mids. Okay, so we're going to do things in this order because Dave was a last-minute addition for many wonderful reasons, most of which me being ridiculously stupid. So yeah. So to the people who are new here, as well as for Dave, because this is his first time kind of seeing this, the group is a bunch of ragtag superheroes that got together because a few years ago there was a supervillain crisis in and around New York City. So a bunch of superheroes came to Hoboken, New Jersey to form basically a superhero group, a bunch of them, to stop these supervillains. Once the supervillains were stopped, there was an abundance of superheroes, and many superheroes were forced to kind of take just basic old jobs. So while sitting around a Starbucks, you all decided that you were going to start the superhero delivery service. And basically you do odd jobs that are either too expensive, too risky, or too difficult for a standard company to do, and you get paid pretty handsomely for that. So right now it is the 5. This is not Dungeons and Dragons. I don't just wave my hands and a magical party member appears. This is real life. So that said, this mission is called, and let me just edit the description. Current mission. Properties. This mission is dirty deeds done at an extremely expensive rate.
Done at an extremely expensive.
Done at an extremely expensive rate.
As in the opposite of dirt cheap.
Yes.
Are we gonna be able to call ourselves
Got it.
superheroes after this?
Yes, you definitely will. And let me just fix. Hold on. Thank you, Aaron, for the hosting. All right, there we go. Okay. So you're all chilling in your base, and you get a report from your base's AI, which has been, or I guess your base kitty has been snuggling up with your base's AI, and it has expressed annoyance and requested that you, tame your cat, maybe get a bad kitty bottle. But yes, it pokes its head out, and it says, the U.S. government wants the Kraken dealt with quietly. Well, as quietly as possible. They don't want to be attached to it because there are some groups that seem to want to protect it. And there's also private poachers out there trying to kill it themselves, so they can sell the parts on the black market. There's just too much politics, so you've been hired by the NSA to dispose of it. They have promised to help you acquire some of the equipment you've attempted to amass in order to quickly dispose of the Kraken. But they ask that you do not utilize anything nuclear, and you do your best to keep the mess contained. To supervise you, they have sent one of their best, and since I'm reading this aloud, I should note that best is in quotes, operative to join you in this mission. The NSA has one last request. You must be quiet about this mission, and never speak publicly about killing the Kraken. It will do well to have nutjobs constantly saying it is still alive after it has not been spotted for years, as it serves as a distraction to the crazy things the NSA is actually doing. So yes. Hold on, let's...
Are you making this up, or is this a true story that you're not supposed to be telling anybody?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Am I making what up?
Exactly.
Alright, I can't seem to copy. Come on. There we go. This is the base kitty. For those of you who are interested. Okay, why is that not working? Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. There's the image.
Guys, I forgot what Base Kitty's name is.
Did you name him yet? I think you were unsure of the name. So yes, so shortly after receiving this message, there is a knock on your door. Dave, if you haven't figured this out, it's you.
That's fantastically convenient.
It's almost like I wrote this. Almost like I planned.
Who is it?
I've been sent by the NSA. Open the door.
Let's see some ID.
You're looking through the hole I assume. Or
There's a hole in our door? When did we get a hole?
Oh, there's a peephole or yes, there's a look.
I reach into my jacket pocket and pull out a badge.
It's a badge. It's got a picture on it, and it says he works for Verizon.
Badges? We don't need no stinking badges.
No one in the NSA has a badge saying they work for the NSA.
Open the door.
He works for Verizon. Let him in.
Sally has
internet.
sleep
Come on.
darts pointed at him right now.
Oh, jeez. Is nobody just gonna open the door?
I shall open the door. Do I have to roll to open the door, or?
Well, it depends. How do you wish to open the door? Do you wish to turn the knob, or are we trying to turn ourselves
I
into a
kick
million
the
blimps
door
here?
down.
This is our base, and then we have like the
Oh,
front
dear.
office kind of thing.
What if we have Warp portal him into a secured facility so that we can make sure that he's really from the NSA?
All right, I think I'm just gonna smile really convincingly through the people at you guys, and
Okay,
sort of
so-
make kissy face.
Oh, well, smell
okay,
the kissy
at the-
face. How bad can it be?
Yeah.
Offers to make the force field to contain him.
See, this is how new players should be introduced. None of this like, oh, you seem to have a character sheet. I trust you and will give you parts of my stuff.
As soon as I see the
No.
kissy face, I definitely portal him into a cage.
Yes, okay.
This isn't the first time I've
Sleep
been put
darts
into a
already.
cage.
So, Dave, Balder, you find yourself now inside their base. You have been thumped through a portal, and are now in what seems to be a cage, but it's created of nanoparticles that are originating from Niley.
So I'm to be auditioned with cage dancing again. I understand. I begin unbuttoning my jacket.
Riley fires a sleep dart at him.
No, Niley. Let him go.
He's already in a cage.
Shreen, are you just gonna throw old world gold at him?
He's now asleep.
Well, plenty of it.
I know. Blimps and blimps of it.
Actually, that was just a tranquilizer dart. It shouldn't put him to sleep, but he's just going to be like,
So I'm dancing
And he'll
really.
have-
So
Well,
he's
side
like
effects will be like truth
slur
serum.
dancing.
Drunken
No,
dancing.
no.
Drunken
Niley, if you're
dancing.
actually doing that, you do need to roll me some science.
I
roll.
just did.
You did.
Roll a
Oh.
16.
Yes. Okay, I see. My bad.
So it's like sort of a
Reading my
sleepy
book.
truth dart kind of thing. Like it makes him a bit groggy, but also like he'll tell the truth.
Oh, sweet! You have a truth serum dart now.
Yes.
When
When
did
Yeah,
does
this
but
this
happen?
it still kind of makes people sleepy though. It's not a full truth serum dart. It like makes people somewhat sleepy, but they tell the truth.
When you're really tired and you can't think of a good lie, it's that.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
I know I should be lying to you, but I'm sorry, officer. I really did just steal that Snickers bar. I was hungry. It's that kind of truth serum.
So, what is your name?
My name is Balder Odinson.
What is your quest?
I'm supposed to work with some people here.
What is your favorite color?
I like red.
How do I draw this?
What is the unladen? What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
Copyright
Loki.
infringement. Twitch VOD muted.
It's a question. Besides, we asked 4, not 3. We asked 4 questions, not 3 questions. 4 questions.
I think he fell
Now, let's
asleep.
just pretend none
Good
of that
job,
happened.
guys.
So
I'll
what
give
are
him
you
a little
doing now?
pillow.
I think he's trying to calculate the velocity.
This may take a while, guys. He's
Not
the brightest
very-
bulb in a French fry dish.
I'm not very good at math. You'll need to contact a different Asgardian.
That's okay. That's what we have Niley for.
Yeah.
Oh,
Niley does our
you
math.
know first if it's an African or a European swallow.
I assumed it was an Asgardian swallow.
There is no such thing.
What is it? Asgardian swallow. What is Asgardian?
Don't ask him if he swallows.
I'm from Asgard. I've come to Midgard because Odin has punished me for living an indulgent life.
So, is that like you coming from South Jersey?
What is this South Jersey of which you speak?
Best character introduction ever, by the way, right now. This is just awesome.
Is it the nation of frost giants?
I get nothing.
I'm out of questions. Somebody else ask him something pertinent.
I'm just reading my book. I want nothing to do with this.
What floor of
All
the
right, we're sitting
NSA
there
was your
reading a
office
book.
on?
I'm just petting Mr. Whiskers.
You portaled him in there. You're as culpable as anyone else.
Oh, didn't we have like a name for Mr. Whiskers? It was like Senior, whatever Whiskers was in
Oh!
Spanish.
Yeah. Boost. It started with a B.
It did.
I-
I don't remember.
I didn't write it down, so.
That's what Google translates for.
Balder, you're reminded that you're here because the Kraken needs to be killed.
Oh,
There's a
am I
Kraken
still
that is
sleeping?
currently like you. You're reminded because you're laying down, and the Kraken is currently sleeping somewhere in the jungles of Africa.
Oh yes. We need to go and fight the Kraken. That is something that I will do to prove to Odin that I'm not just an indulgent playboy.
Well,
Sounds legit.
there's one more test that we should perform, I think.
Should I get naked? I can get naked.
Well, okay, two more tests that we should.
Oh, dear.
That could come later.
He never answered what his office was floor, or what floor his office was on. Do you even have an office?
They gave me a grand fortress that they deemed a cubicle. It has 3 walls and a bobblehead.
Who is the bobblehead?
Bobblehead.
It is a bobblehead of my beloved brother Thor.
Wait,
Well-
you're Thor's brother.
Produced by a company called Mattel in a land called China.
Well, guys,
So-
he seems kind of dippy, but we are kind of desperate.
I know, but like, okay, so if he's Thor's brother, does that mean?
Okay. No. Niley is suggesting that we just call all of the mental asylums in the area and ask if they had anyone escape recently.
You guys did get a note from the NSA telling you they were sending you an agent.
I know, but
And
we
he
were
held up a
bored.
card that said Verizon. We're superheroes. People see stuff. He could have read something somewhere.
Nobody has an ID that says they work for the NSA. Even if they do, it's not really the NSA.
He doesn't have a government issue ID.
Look, you seem to not trust me, and therefore I feel the need to deep, soothing, longing look. And if someone who has a functional computer can roll for me, that would be appreciated.
So
Player to player.
Niley
it's kind of
assumes he wants to do a
impossible roll,
staring
but
contest.
Oh, okay.
You believe
And
him.
just-
Okay.
Okay.
Niley's in
Well-
the middle of trying to do a staring contest with him. So.
Staring contest. 1, 2, 3, go.
We could
You
try to
win.
put the amulet on him.
That was my thought, but I got interrupted.
Hey, Niley, you still got the thing stored away?
What thing?
The
Yeah,
amulet?
The sixth
Oh,
one.
yeah.
This is the final test.
There you go. She just kind of reaches her hand in to her chest and sort of like a cavity opens and she just pulls the amulet out and hands it to him.
I
Put that on.
take the amulet and I put it around my neck.
You guys don't. Nothing. Nothing changes.
So,
Are we all wearing our amulets and still nothing changes?
Has anyone taken their amulets off?
Where did I put-
Mine's in a pocket. It got heavy around my neck. Does it still work?
Your amulet still works, but no. When you put them all on, it nothing really changes.
All right.
Well, okay. That
back to square one.
seriously. But he's super strong, right? So like
Yeah,
he
it's
could
Nesgar.
take the Kraken.
Yes,
Right.
I could defeat the Kraken. I'm
Well,
not
you're-
as strong as Thor, but I'm very strong.
Your mission is to take on the Kraken. That's what you've been hired to do, and you've been given a lot of government resources to do so.
I think-
Verily.
At least for me, I think, I trust more, for whatever reason, in this prophecy of this rhyming dude. I mean, he died for what he believed in. And I don't want to take on the Kraken unless there are, the 6 people that are.
Anyone
in this
remember what the prophecy actually was?
Um,
Hold on. I might have written it down.
Kraken.
Something about the
Victory.
Kraken will rise and
some
Okay.
reason, Niley's logs of the event are somewhat corrupted, and she's not sure.
All right. Just making sure, important
I just-
events that you're gonna hinge on that you've made, at least got them accurate. So last we left, both Warp and Niley were working on plans to defeat the Kraken.
Yeah, our best option involved nuclear devices, and they asked us not to use those. So back to square one.
Well, Niley's plan wasn't involving the
Yeah,
death
you do.
ray sort of
Orbital
thing.
laser.
Giant
Yeah.
laser, yes. Giant
Orbital laser.
Giant
Whoops.
orbital laser, and she's begun building solar collectors on the far side of the moon.
Wilt thou release me from this foul technological prison?
You're probably
Not
safer
yet.
in there.
Yeah, probably.
That's a Niley.
should probably leave you in the drunk tank for now.
Well, Aaron, wasn't your idea more just to put a bomb in its stomach using
Yeah.
Using a portal. Yeah.
Yeah. You could do that without nukes. I mean, this thing isn't that huge. Like, it's huge.
This is true.
But it's...
It would also leave
let's
like
see, it's
bits
like...
all over the ocean.
What?
Could we, I mean,
Just have
is
to have
it,
a big enough explosion to ruin its insides, then it's dead.
That's
right.
true.
well, all right then.
Also poison it somehow.
That's what I was thinking. Do we know what it eats? Besides boats.
Considering it's a mythical creature that hasn't actually existed on Earth to anyone's knowledge, you've no idea what it eats.
This is true.
But probably living stuff.
I mean, we could just replicate the cat incident.
Oh no.
We fill. Oh god. Why do people keep bringing
Oh, right.
it up?
I forgot about this
Because
before,
it's useful.
Oh dear.
I thought
Can
of
you fit
something
it
else.
partly through a portal though?
Before I thought of
I
something
don't
else
think
like
the
after
Kraken
the
would
last
fit
session.
into a portal.
So let's just pretend that Niley like mentions when you say the thing about teleporting something into it. It's like Niley's like, Could you portal out parts of its brain? Like start portaling its brain out piece by piece.
You.
Well, wouldn't
gruesome.
something have to go into the portal to pull out the brain? It's not like.
Yeah, it's not like a transport. You can't-
I mean,
I'm going to
you can-
say for the sake of making it so that portals aren't completely broken, they need to materialize out of, and here's the joke, thin air only. So they cannot materialize in the middle of water. They cannot materialize in the middle of, a physical object, because then otherwise Niley would be or Warp would be the perfect killing machine. Just open
Right.
a portal into anything would die.
But then.
It has to be air big enough to do that. That being said, all you then have to do is get air big enough inside a certain area, and then all of a sudden, bam, you can make a portal there.
But I mean, she's portaled things underneath people before. That's how we get people out of room. That's how we got.
But that's still
Boulder.
air.
It's still air. It's like on a surface between a solid object and a person. It wasn't ever one contiguous object, and I was splitting it in half.
Okay.
Basically,
'Cause
I'm
otherwise,
just saying
yeah, you
portals
could
can't
just-
be infinitely broken.
Right.
All right.
We should
Either-
challenge the beast to glorious honor combat.
So basically, we create a giant like surgical balloon and shoot it in its brain and then inflate it.
Or just get it
I'm
over
pretty
its
sure that would
mouth,
kill it in
yeah.
the first place. We wouldn't need to do any portaling then.
You're in the right direction as one possibility.
Can we just portal this boulder guy like on top of him and let him have a go at it?
Beat it
That's
to
your
a pulp.
That's your audition. Yeah.
Perfect. I love it. Audition for the job.
Man versus beast.
Seems more of something of my elder brother's ilk. I do not have Mjolnir. I cannot defeat a great beast like the Kraken single-handedly.
What if
But-
we gave you a giant fork?
Giant tuning fork.
Not a tuning fork, just a fork. It's a giant squid. Make a nice meal out of it.
You want to make sushi out of it?
Calamari.
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 Has the Allfather created this fork?
Probably not.
We're
Can we
borrowing
boil
a-
it?
We're
In the-
borrowing a trident from Zeus or something like that.
I know. We will use
Natalie,
the
become a trident.
to boil it, and then
They become a trident.
Would that be problematic though, since he's from the Norse pantheon and Zeus is not?
Well, Zeus is just not around. He's he's a little busy right now.
Yeah.
We could unleash my masculine wiles upon the beast.
That's what they do in Japan, and it doesn't end well.
Yep.
I can't even think straight anymore. All the dirty jokes. Oh god.
Well, first we probably have to go to where the beast is.
Yeah.
I don't know. We crash a helicopter into its head. Do we even know where it is? Let's maybe start with a simple question.
in
Do we know where it
Africa.
is?
You have a pretty good idea of where it is.
All right. So do we want to just go there and wing it with what we have available, or do we want to like actually prepare an attack and take it with us?
When have we ever really prepared?
Well, we've also never faced down a kraken before, so
What kind of preparation would you like to make?
Well, if we're gonna use explosives, we need to conjure up some explosives, so I can, go and magic my stuff.
Can we requisition the stuff from
We
the
need-
NSA? They said anything we like is just blow nukes.
we need a classical trireme filled with Greek fire. Morwen, can you do Greek fire?
I can certainly try.
Because krakens like break apart ships to eat the contents, right?
Oh, I can totally make Greek fire.
So you're thinking Trojan ship?
We're gonna make a Trojan Trojan boat.
I like this.
All right then.
Does anybody have a better idea?
Nope, sounds
I
good.
mean,
If it,
I'm a big fan of orbital lasers, but
That can be Plan B.
yeah.
What is the
All right.
current?
We can use the orbital laser to ignite the boat.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
I'll just
Well, this is going to go so well.
I'll just sit here in this cage then.
No, you're sailing the boat to the beasts.
Oh no!
He's not expendable resources.
But he's like super duper strong. He'll survive.
Yes,
He'll be
yes.
fine.
Fine. Aaron will
I'm-
put him on it. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
She's good at that. Cat notwithstanding.
Warp will portal you out in the last minute, maybe.
As long as my roll doesn't fail.
Yep.
I feel like this isn't really reflecting very well on us as heroes.
Oh yeah. True.
Oh yeah, the whole
you know
hero
that
thing.
Niley can easily like create something to just automatically pilot a boat, right?
Nightwatch is our voice of reason.
You could most certainly remote pilot a boat. That is well within the realm of doable. I can't say you have infinite resources, but you have like within reasonable realm whatever resources you want from the government.
Cool.
Like,
Okay.
They will find you a wooden ship that you can sail and fill with the fire that you just created. Like they will happily provide that for you, as long as it doesn't
cool.
say U.S. government on the side.
Okay.
All right. So we have our boat.
We'll have like ancient Greek whalers written on the side or something.
Yep.
Or what's the not cosplay?
So hey you, pretty man, if we release you, you cool?
What is this cool? I am of room temperature.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think we
sure
can let
you're
him
real
out.
popular with the ladies if you don't even know what cool is.
He seems harmless.
That
Alright.
was like an OOC comment, by the way.
Let him out, Rob. Niley.
Niley. Okay. So, Niley deactivates the force field, but as she does, if anyone was looking, they would have noticed a tiny little needle go into his neck.
Oh,
And-
great.
Then she just kind of, the cage goes away.
You now have a Fitbit that's linked to Niley.
With GPS tracking.
Well, it's a yeah.
Okay.
She injected
It
nano
means
cells
she
into
likes
you.
you.
Oh,
I am the god of love, so that makes sense.
Oh
Every
dear.
breath you take, every move you make. I've got data on it.
Oh no, kitten. No, kitten.
Okay, so yeah, so you have the beginnings of a plan. Who's going to drive the boat? How's the boat going to get detonated?
I thought we were going to
Orbital
remote
laser.
pilot it.
That's correct, but someone's got to drive it.
Someone's got to
Remotely.
operate the remote.
Yeah. Last I checked, if you throw a remote boat in the ocean, it just kind of rocks there.
I'd say
Right.
probably
I
Niley, or Tav.
I
Yeah,
probably could
yeah.
actually, just simply because if something goes wrong, I can portal myself out to wherever like the situation demands, and I'm reasonably
Well,
good at driving.
You're not on the boat.
Right.
You don't remote control the boat from on the boat. It's even near, but we need a second boat to control the
Oh,
first
okay.
boat from.
I think Niley has
Oh.
the best tech.
You know that, like-
second.
I recommend
You can just-
helicopter.
we can just control it through.
We
like,
should get a
satellites
Viking
to,
longship.
like, we don't have to be like right next to it, and Niley can like kind of put a little sort of AI bit of stuff on there that would like automatically steer it and keep it on course, unless so, like if connections were lost or something, it could continue on its objective.
Okay then.
Less-
Well, you have the best tech roll for that.
The only way it would like we could make it so that it would continue if If it lost contact, it would continue until either it completed the mission, or if it was something happening, it might be too dangerous. Like if, say, a civilian or something just happened to appear, because you never know what Lewin's going to do. There could be like a child there at the last minute. It's like, are you going to kill this child with fire?
I don't know. I mean, like, having
I'm
a
just
real
kidding.
pilot into, like, a coastal village might not be a good idea.
That's why I was saying if there was like, obvious
A
fail
ghost
safes.
ship.
What I'm saying is there's obvious fail safes, but aside from those,
So, okay, Rao's piloting the...
well, I mean, like you can
Ghost
have like
fire
if it loses connection to whoever's piloting it, right? Does that make sense?
But it's a tech roll.
Yeah.
You're piloting it.
What, 8, right?
I don't have your stat sheet.
Which is Lewin, what is yeah, that would be it'd be a 6, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if it's
Yeah,
best.
you're excellent at tech.
Yes.
Remote guidance system is
Okay, you have a
for-
remote guidance system in place.
Boat number 1 now. Who is navigating the secondary vessel that gets us close but not too close?
I can do that.
Okay.
Yep.
So I don't drive us into the Kraken.
Okay, so as of what, are you guys officially leaving? Because you've been rolling, but you're technically still in your base. So
Yes.
have we left base? Have you got all your preparations ready?
We're en route.
we're at
Yeah.
the dock. Or now we're en
Okay,
route.
all right.
We were rolling on the dock.
So the rolls mean you've been on the move. Okay, so you guys are all ready. So you have your main wooden vessel that is the Kraken bait,
Which is full of Greek fire.
filled with Greek fire. And you are taking, what is your secondary vehicle?
Another boat.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure we should be in another boat. I was thinking helicopter because that's at least somewhat out of the
Helicopter
range
works.
of like, tendrils and things.
Your option is boat, helicopter, or submarine.
Let's go with helicopter.
No planes?
Yeah,
I guess you
helicopter.
could take a plane as well. Plane
Does the
can't
submarine
hover,
have a
though.
giant drill mounted on the front? Because if so,
but
then
a
I have an
VTOL
alternate
plane
plan.
can hover.
What?
A VTOL plane can hover.
Yes.
The government isn't giving you one of those, so unless you want to buy your own, that would deplete all your resources. You'd be poor.
You forget that Niley, given enough time, can make anything.
You don't have enough time.
She can modify something.
You don't have enough time.
How much is
It's
time?
not
is
that.
in-
It's not gonna make a big deal anyway.
How
Or-
far do we have to like? If we're going, if the boat is going there, how long does that take to get across the ocean?
It's
We
gonna
do the
take a few
portal jump
days,
thing.
But you
Or
probably
portal
should go
jumping the
with it.
boat?
No, you can't portal jump the boat. You don't have a
Yeah, I
warp
was gonna say the
drive
boat's
on
too
it.
big.
And you only have one warp
No,
drive. and it's
somebody
on your
said they
car.
were portal jumping the boat, and I was like, what?
Yeah, no, we can't unless we want to spend some time like bolting the warp drive to the.
Yeah, we
I
could use
imagine
our warp van.
What if we warp the boat into the stomach?
You couldn't unless the stomach had enough air to be able to support the boat,
Mm-hmm.
because that's how portals need to sort of work.
Well,
we're
just where
sailing the
portal is,
old-fashioned way then.
Yep,
Like,
sailing the old-fashioned way. Let's go.
this
We'll
was
have
just because
fun.
somebody said something about that. But what I was
Make
thinking
sure-
is, like, if we are,
Make sure to eat your citrus fruits and don't get scurvy.
if it takes us, like, get
Have we
there,
sufficient quantities of rum?
if it takes days to get there, that's enough time to like.
Did we decide on boat or submarine?
That's like enough time to transmute a Cessna to have
Well-
like VTOL capabilities.
If you
You could
really
have-
care that much about making it, it won't actually affect the story. I
We
mean, it won't
could
actually
have,
affect rolls.
I wouldn't
The
say like a big
helicopter-
plane. You couldn't do a
Sorry.
big plane in a couple of days, but
Shauna, you were saying the helicopter?
We could have the helicopter just like on the deck of the boat until we're ready to like face the Kraken, and then just fly it because if there's not gonna be enough fuel to fly for 3 days straight or whatever.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we can
Let's do
just have
that.
it like on the deck.
ooh, I remember Lewin said in chat that we could take in like an aircraft carrier there. So what if we What if we had like one of those to get close?
But we made our own, Mal.
No,
We have-
you could take an aircraft carrier close and then have the aircraft carrier push the boat and you off. So you're hitching a ride 3/4 of the way on an aircraft carrier.
That might get us
Alright.
there a little faster.
Well, if
Seems
we're
reasonable.
going to be going into battle and not into normal human situation, I'm going to get out of street clothes and put on my Asgardian armor and look more Thorish.
You're don your armor.
Yes. Very.
You're not going to get Natalie Portman, just so you know.
Who is this Natalie Portman?
That was out of character, by the way. I should say.
Your story's less worldly, brother.
Yeah. She is a goddess of beauty and chemistry. Isn't that what her PhD is in?
Might be.
One of those sciences. Okay, so yeah, you guys hitch a ride on the SS something or other. And they
They get
load
the
up
Enterprise for reasons.
the SS Enterprise. It's been misspelled, and but that's kind of what happens when you run out of budget and can't afford to pay the person painting it. And you get 3/4 of the way, about 80-90% of the way to Africa, because the Kraken is still sort of sleeping in the jungle somewhere. And they slowly lower your boat into the water, and they, do the hand waving and everything and help you get your helicopter up and going. So actually, you're probably more like 99% of the way, because you're just a few miles off the coast. Just because there's otherwise no reason not to. All right, so now what?
I'm excited because I'm flying a helicopter.
Yes, you are.
Well, the satellite surveillance, does it show where the Kraken is and the direction we need to head?
The Kraken is a few miles inland. Still somewhat sleeping, it seems.
The next question is, are we taking the boat inland via rivers, or are we just luring it out to the boat?
Your choice.
How does one lure a kraken?
Very carefully.
I was confused what that sound was for a minute, then I realized it was your cat, Morwen.
It's not my cat.
No, it's
Oh,
my
really?
cat. My cat has crawled onto my chest right by the microphone.
All the kitties.
All the kitties. All the troll kitties. Maestro, here's your debut.
The one time he's quiet.
Yeah, right? No, my cat would be meow, 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 meow.
It's the Kraken sleeping, that's what it is.
Shouldn't we release the Kraken?
He's
It
not.
has been released.
Let the cat out of the
Okay.
bag.
The Kraken has awoken. He is no
Okay.
longer sleeping in Relia.
Okay. So
No, I know what it is. That's the sound of the helicopter.
Hear that, Jasper? You're helping.
and then just purring like it. Okay, so we take the helicopter in, buzz it overhead a few times to get its attention, wake it up, drag it outward toward the sea.
You head in towards land, and now must fly the helicopter low enough to wake it up and annoy it without crashing. Shauna, I'm
Alright.
going to need. What have we been doing?
I'm doing tech for this.
Tech, yeah, I guess tech would be good for flying a.
Cool.
Yeah.
Managed some really nifty helicopter maneuvers.
You're like, hey, I've played this flight sim before. And
Just like Microsoft Flight Simulator X.
yeah, the helicopter you've been given is it handles wonderfully and is just, tax dollars hard at work, that's for sure. And you manage to wake the Kraken up. Its tentacles sort of flop, so it's Kraken is definitely the word for it, but it is not the Kraken so much in the like perfect mythical Kraken. It is sort of reptile-like, and it has a bit of squidness to it. So it's got like a squidish face, but it also has a body with 4 legs.
So I was right. It's Cthulhu.
2 of the front legs are a little bit shorter, and the back legs are significantly larger. So not quite T-Rexy in the I can't use my hands, but very much so in the back. So it can run on 4 legs if it really wanted to.
What did we find? The Loch Ness Monster? Hi,
so
Nessie.
it stands up and roars and throws its tentacles in your direction, but you manage to escape. You are now hovering above it, and it is visibly awake and annoyed.
Point out that Niley had like a little sniper rifle, and she shot like a bullet into it that has nanoprobes.
What's the status on our boat? On our remote control boat?
I don't know. Did you fly it with you down the river, or is it still out in the sea?
I think it'd be best
Oh,
to still
sorry.
out in
Yeah,
the
that's
sea.
right. We're still in the sea. We can't get it out there.
Does the Kraken look like this?
I don't know. Let's take a look. The Kraken does not look like Cthulhu, but yes, it's close to that. Body like a T-Rex, though, less like human.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
But that's appropriate size.
Okay.
That is good sizing.
All right. So the Kraken is being lured by the helicopter towards the ocean. Is that
Yes.
correct? Right.
Well,
Where our
heading
boat-
in whichever direction you'd like it to go.
Where our boat is waiting.
Yeah, I'm probably like we're kind of flying towards the general direction of the ship that we set up, so that it's lured that way.
Okay. I'm going to need someone to succeed a perception. Let's go in order, Aaron.
I think I'm reasonably good at perception. Yeah, let's do this. I will attempt a perception roll. Oop. Let's try to write that correctly. Hey, those are really cool dials on the dashboard of the chopper. What does that button do?
Aaron points out a tree, and as Shauna tries to avoid the tree that wasn't actually there, she bonks into another tree that was actually there, and the helicopter spins a bit. Perception roll, Tav.
Rolling. Yes, I have perceived.
Tav kind of notices that in the haste of things, it's hard for Shauna to Nightwatch to kind of drive and fully see, and points out some obstacles that she needs to be avoiding, as well as the tentacles, because you now have lots of things, especially moving things, you need to avoid and move. So you manage to navigate back somewhat through the forest because things are tall and big, so that you're...
Wouldn't we be flying above the tree line?
You would be, but then the Kraken wouldn't see you.
Yeah, we were like doing some low flying maneuvers to try to get the
But
Kraken.
the Kraken is taller than the tree line.
No, he's not.
According
In
to
the
that
water.
picture,
He's
he would
mostly
be way
submerged.
taller.
He's on his
deep
he's on
river.
hands and feet. He is more comfortable running like that.
Oh, okay.
So he's flat. He's only about 30 foot tall flat.
Helicopters are not silent.
No, but he likes visual. You're flying low. So you've made it to the water.
Okay. Now we need to steer the boat into the Kraken.
All right,
Get
who
it
is
Is
who
Nyla
is driving
steering the
the boat?
Niley's driving the boat.
All right, Niley, can you give me a science tech roll or science magic roll? I guess it's just science for you.
Thought it was
Just see
tech.
if you can manage to steer the boat correctly.
Right?
Success. So you continue out to sea, and the boat heads towards the Kraken. The Kraken is going to take a bite. Now what?
Let it?
We don't want it to bite the boat in half. We want the boat contained in one go.
Well, there's Greek fire in the boat, and we're hoping that it'll, like, I guess, blow up on him.
No, we're going to ignite it with the laser.
Someone explain to me, how does Greek fire work?
Um,
Well,
The
you do have
way-
to ignite it. So, do we include some kind of detonator with them, or are we igniting it with a laser?
I thought
The
we were
laser
gonna.
would be cooler.
Yeah,
Forward,
that
that is
we-
awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
I mean, I can, fireball.
Oh, there you go.
But I thought the laser was pretty cool too. So,
Yes.
The laser
Well, is the laser operational? We just needed to poke a hole in the Kraken enough to ignite something in its stomach.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
normal firing, the laser has been operational forever. For like enough firing to blow a hole in the Kraken, it's not ready yet. But for enough to like,
to blow up our ship of Greek fire.
You can set the boat on fire as it's eating
the-
it.
Yes.
There
the
you go.
satellite
I
is
like that
plenty on its own. The satellite has plenty of power to do that.
Okay.
All right, so who is firing said laser?
I shall fire said laser.
All right.
It's a science tech
Sorry,
roll,
I should have been going.
And now they
around,
hand you a
but
control
yeah, Tav,
panel with a
it's your go.
bajillion little buttons and dials and like a nice little GUI interface. It's like, what do you want to target?
Does anyone want to give me a targeting assist?
Is that a science or is that a technology?
Whatever you want it to be, as long as you can justify it.
All right, I'm gonna do some trigonometry and roll my science to help
With
him out. with the,
calibration.
there we go.
And one question though is how much power do you want to put into it? Because I would guess
Oh,
that
power!
1.21
that about
gigawatts.
a third of the
All right, I have
a
successfully
third
done
of-
triangulation and orbital mechanics, and we have a proper firing trajectory.
Good.
Assist succeed.
1.21
If you want to use
gigawatts.
all of the available power, take it. How far away? The moon is like 8 light seconds. Want to
It's a
utilize that?
low Earth orbit, Ral. It's not moon distance.
Yeah.
If you want to utilize that power, that would probably be enough to like vaporize the boat and boil a decent amount of the ocean away, right where the.
All right, let's dial it down a little. We just want to light the boat on fire.
Yeah, don't go to 11. Like 7, maybe.
That would like blow up the boat, like maybe all of the weaponry on the aircraft carrier fired at once.
Okay.
That's
Tav,
enough.
I need your roll. You get a bonus because of Warp's awesome assist.
Yes.
And even without it. So from the heavens you hear, and then a fire.
There would be a
spawns.
like a thundery kind of sound too, wouldn't it? Because of the like light, like what lightning does, but it would be like
The
that.
lightning bolt.
Exactly. There's a bright flash, and a reasonable sized fire starts on the boat as the Kraken is taking a large chunk out
Okay,
of
so
the
you
boat
did like power 1 then.
and starts to swallow it. At which point it seems to struggle a little bit as the parts of the boat are going down, and then it proceeds to explode. And all of you need to roll athletics. We
boy.
will start with Balder, because you're next in the order.
All right.
If you have dice on you and want to roll, you're welcome to. Otherwise, I can roll for you here. So it's actually, I'll do it here so it's
Yeah.
visible.
Do it that way.
Roll. What is your athletics?
My athletics is 10.
Okay, 10. Let's see if that works. Oh, you do not manage to succeed. You're kind of thrown about the helicopter as it spins. Shireen.
Oops. Type appropriately. I am really horrible at keeping balance and whatnot. And I forgot to strap myself in. And I was really focused on the pretty fire.
Niley, roll some athletics.
All right.
Niley is thrown about the cabin of the helicopter. Warp, roll some athletics.
Look, I worked out just a couple days ago. I am highly athletic today.
All right, Knight.
One less human projectile in the cabin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in the zone. I'm like holding on for dear life and being like, I need to pilot this helicopter. So I guess it would be. I think that's the right terminology there. Yeah, there we go.
All right, you managed to hold on, and Tav.
My cat-like reflexes. I have no trouble at all.
All right. So, some of you guys are thrown about the cabin, but you managed to hold on and succeed just enough and keep the helicopter above the water. But it is very hard to see, and it's very hard to see as there is guts and splatter. All things considered, it's a mess in this area, but globally, it's tiny. And most of this is over water, so it will kind of wash away, and all that good stuff.
Ruined the local oceanic ecosystem.
Yeah. No, trust me, people do worse. People do worse.
Yeah, but we're like superheroes, so now we have environmentalists like banging down doors like, no, wait, actually nobody knows about it, right? So
Knows about what?
nobody knows that we took the Kraken out.
Nope, nobody's supposed to know except the NSA.
Question
We
is,
might
how do
have.
we keep this giant mess we just created secret?
We might have wanted
it'll
to
wash
forego
away.
the orbital laser.
Might want to do what?
We might have wanted to forego the orbital laser.
Why?
For
It's just
the
like a
sake of
lightning
being
strike.
Low profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that because what Lewin described was not 7. That would be like not even 1. That would probably be higher.
You did it the appropriate amount of oomph. So the Kraken is dead. It is in many, many, many bits.
Or is it?
No, it is. The Kraken is dead.
We must feast to the meat hall.
The question is whether or not you remember the prophecy right, but the Kraken's dead.
Please tell me you're not talking about feasting on the Kraken.
Hmm?
Why would we? It is a beast. You can roast this meat.
If you want to roast it,
You go right ahead. I'm about to turn vegetarian.
Well,
Does it
sounding
taste
dumb.
like chicken?
I already
it
ordered
might
pizza.
be better than Niley's cake, but I'm still going to pass.
and it has no need of sustenance in that form.
I'll try it.
You're gonna scrape it off the windshield. You're gonna have to do something to collect it or scrape it off the windshield. Like
I mean, we assume that like the back parts of it are probably kind of more intact. The tail is probably intact.
I
definitely
assume
parts
that it's
intact.
Yes.
Are you taking any with you?
Yes, we must take a trophy.
a trophy.
You're carrying it.
I don't know if the helicopter can support the weight of a trophy.
No, we've
Doesn't have
got
to
the
be a
aircraft
huge
carrier.
trophy.
Well, how big of a trophy do you want to take?
I
Let's take
wasn't thinking about taking a trophy. I just wanted to. He said he was going to cook them up. I wanted to try it.
Let us take a section of the tail, and then we will keep the bones as a trophy.
You gonna fly down and grab some trophy to bring home?
We should at least make sure that it is dead. Should we not?
I can levitate some up to us.
Since you've got a sample,
Well, Warp
Whenever you
could
get this-
technically portal some up to you.
I think she's opposed to this plan, though.
But yeah.
She's opposed to
I'm
the plan.
kind of grossed out by the massive fleshy explosion that went all over the place.
But Niley, can you separate part of yourself to form like some Tupperware for us to like store this in?
Well,
Nilyware.
actually, she just
Nilyware.
He grabs
No, we
some
will
nearby
prepare this in a
headphones and like in like a minute or so, you have like a plastic Tupperware container.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna levitate this trophy
Niley
thing.
also
Prepare
requests
this in
to
the
take a
traditional
tissue
Scandinavian
sample.
way. We will bury it and let it rot.
No, we will not. I'm not gonna levitate it if that's your plan.
Niley wants to take a tissue sample whenever you get it up to the little tissue sample. For
All right.
All right.
scientific
Are you going to land
research.
the plane and let them take care of this, or
No, I was levitating it.
yeah? But you going to open the door? What you're going
We're in a helicopter.
open the I guess you can open the helicopter door. Okay.
Don't you watch movies?
I'm just sitting here like, I guess I'll tolerate this.
I just levitated into the Nilyware and closed the lid real fast so it doesn't bother anybody else.
Before you close the lid, Niley grabbed a little tissue sample.
Yep. Baldur, are you taking any?
I was going to take a big hunk of tail.
Okay. You take a hunk of tail.
Just try to keep the loot fisk out of the fridge.
I thought that I was levitating the whole thing for you. Whatever.
Yeah, you were levitating pieces that got cut up so that you could actually bring it in.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys head back to the aircraft carrier and land. You're requesting to go back home?
Do we have further business in Africa? Amulet-related business?
The NSA told me to help you destroy the Kraken, and the Kraken is destroyed.
So I
Baldur,
guess
there
let's
is
go.
a note waiting for you when you arrive back at the aircraft carrier.
Clearly it is fan mail. I will read it.
It says, we're sorry to inform you, but the NSA no longer wishes to have your services. You have been paid 2 months severance. It is in your bank account.
What would an Asgardian temper tantrum be?
Well,
Just
in
don't
Thor's
imagine
case, I'm pretty
Loki
sure
without
you'd end up-
killing.
If it was Thor's case, I'm pretty sure he'd bend the aircraft carrier in half with a lightning storm. But we asked that you probably don't do
Can we
that.
get home first and then you can destroy all the NSA stuff?
Sure. I like that option.
I think we're gonna have to lock him out of the base for the tantrum, though.
Yeah. All right, let's head home.
I if you're holding that tail, you probably like squished it in anger, didn't you?
It's in Nilyware. Are you saying that
No,
Nilyware is
no.
not
No,
valuable?
he kept a piece for himself.
I wasn't hugging the tail. No, I probably punched a metal wall and left a fist-shaped dent in it.
Fair enough. Are you telling any of the other members about it?
Um,
Or any of the other people about this situation?
I don't see why I would.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be a pouty god.
All right, you guys all notice he's pouty puss.
I'm going to set up a campfire on the deck of the aircraft carrier and roast the tail on a spit.
Anyone who wants to taste some tail.
I'm
yep.
good, thanks.
I'll taste it.
What does
I'm
it
adventurous.
smell like?
Ever had ostrich?
No.
It's kind of like chicken, but less sweet.
What it smells like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I eat it.
I'm gonna try it.
It tastes It probably, if it was prepared better, it would taste better. But it's not bad. It's a little bit fishy, but definitely a red meat. It's like a fishy red meat.
So it's
Actually,
it's,
Shireen might know this. It's a little like gator.
Yeah. Okay. So it's gamey and stringy
There you
and
go.
chewy
Yep.
and
And people only eat it because it's gator.
oh, gator's not bad. I mean,
Yeah, it's honestly, I think it tastes more like chicken. I mean, like
it's like gamey chicken though. It's
Yeah.
not that. I don't know.
Exactly.
If you've ever had venison, it's like imagine
had
like
venison.
that aftertaste of,
oh yeah.
Yep.
but in chicken form, but chewy.
yeah,
Chewy
it was
chicken.
very chewy.
Yep. Exactly. Okay. So as you guys disembark, you are immediately more when you feel this first, before Shireen, you feel this first before, or even arriving at shore. Something is not right with magic. Magic
Uh-oh.
is just magic is just off. And enter the next mission. Let me just rename it. So this mission is the Nullen Void Field. So the supervillains, Damian Nullen and Renee Void, have long despised magic and have finally created a device that will render all magic useless. David Blaine's career is at stake, so he has hired you to find this device, destroy it, and destroy the plans. So you guys get a message as you're approaching shore, and Shireen, you definitely feel this, this disturbance in the force, as it seems that magic is just no longer operating the way it should. Everything is kind of off and funky. So the use of magic during this mission is a no. I know.
Ooh, that means I don't get portals
Couldn't
either.
Couldn't you use it at like
Shackled.
Couldn't you use it at like a penalty?
You can basically do basic prestidigitation at best.
People can.
Well,
So
then
you
David
could
Blaine is alright.
you could light a
Sweet.
light a candle. That's about what Shireen would be able to do.
I can flavor soup without actually having to season it.
Yeah. Aaron could invent the thing Warp could invent the thing longer and warp her finger a few feet.
Yeah, but I have a question though, because the warp drive, like in the car, that is technology.
That's
But it
harnessing
still has
magic.
to. I still have to operate it myself personally because it draws from the magical
Okay.
powers that I generate.
Okay.
Right?
I have a question
Yes.
because Niley, as you know, has been analyzing and investigating like Aaron's portals and things, and it's not exactly perfect, but like kind of like she could portal things, but it not very big portals, and it kind of sometimes doesn't come out exactly perfect. Then does that get affected too?
That's
because
correct. They
she's
don't
like
work.
completely,
You are learning magic and they don't work.
but it like she was not like she was doing it scientifically.
Yep. But no magic. It's magic. That there's no magic.
No.
But there's
So,
science.
moving on. So, the first challenge, as you even arrive, is perception. Your super senses must tune in to determine where the signal is originating. Warp, would you like to take this on?
Does that mean that the space-time continuum has been affected any?
No, because that's not magical based.
No, because the portals like had some elements of like wormholiness to them.
But they were
But they-
created with magic.
But they were
Yeah.
created with magic.
Don't
and that's
worry
the
about
key.
it.
The fact
Niley
that
was
does
kind of
in-
using principles that applied to fashion like travel to sort of manipulate things and replicate portals.
They are not-
Yeah.
Don't
They're
worry
not
about it.
interdimensional portals. They're not space-time portals. They're intradimensional magical holes
Okay.
in the fabric of magic.
You didn't realize it, but you were learning a little bit of magic.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
That makes.
Perception.
I guess that makes sense.
Warp, would you like
Anyways,
to take it on?
sure, I can try perception. Well, perception worked so great last time, but I'll try it again. What is my perception? Good. And this is to use my magical powers to sense the direction that the stuff is coming in, or am I using just perception?
It's just perception. You're trying to figure out kind of the orientation.
Okay, but I can do this because I'm magic sensitive.
Yes.
Gotcha. And apparently I am sufficiently sensitive.
Okay. You have determined that it's somewhere in New York City. So it's kind of close to home. All right. Who else is magic sensitive? Baldur, because you are a god, you are magic sensitive. You can also roll perception.
I will do so.
All right.
I've also been fashioning a resume, for I have been fired.
Is your perception perception's average, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You succeed. With your knowledge, with Warp's knowledge as well, you've kind of figured out that it is coming from Brooklyn. So you've kind of narrowed it down to one specific section of New York City. Shireen, since you are magic sensitive, you can also roll perception.
I will do so because, damn it, I want my magical powers back.
Just a warning, I'm trying to sign into real Skype now, so hopefully it won't screw up the call.
Oh.
Natalie feels bad for Morwen and fashions her a miniaturized flamethrower.
Aw.
Yes!
All right, Shireen, you are you also helped figure it out, and you guys narrow it down to like a 2-block radius.
Yes!
So you kind of sit there staring at a map and just kind of like triangulating your feels, and you've got some time. It takes an hour to kind of head in and get into port, and they're deboating and everything, debarking, all that fun stuff. All right, what are you guys? So the ship has docked, and you are now let off. What is your next move?
You want to go get the warp-mobile? Although we can't use the warp factor on it, but... Actually, it's
Do
New
we
York.
still have access to all of the NSA's stuff?
Nope, probably not.
Dang it.
Um,
Who
done
told them
mission.
we killed the Kraken? We could have used all their stuff.
No, I was just
We should
thinking
just
if
buy
we
our
had
own
some
helicopter.
time. Oh, wait, do we still have that helicopter?
No, that was government property.
Because
Yeah.
what I was thinking is like if we had time and you were like planning on going to find this thing, Niley could have been like making you a helicopter or something.
Well, you're about 5 miles away.
Oh.
You could hop on a subway.
Subway.
Oh, okay, but that's
hold
not.
on.
Yeah, never mind.
Seems a good option.
So
to
they
me.
took us all the way back to like.
Hold on. Skype just flipped on me. Okay. I think that was just Dave recalling it.
What? This is.
I've
I
got
don't.
a second
under-
call, it seems. I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on. I still hear you, but
Just ignore the call.
Oh,
yeah, but the original Skype window.
hold on.
now
all right,
says-
I'm going to end call. We might have to reconnect. My apologies.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
All right.
No, if you just click on the yellow, the green,
Oh, I see.
the
okay.
green video, it comes back up.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Nope, hold on. No, that's not it. Hold on. Where are you guys? What? Hold on.
I can hear you.
I don't even
Yeah.
see the.
I
think,
see 6
um,
participants.
I think Dave is, not in the call, though.
Alright, let me...
It's like some magical way there's a call going, even though Skype says there isn't a call going. I don't understand this
Yes.
at all.
Let's see if
I think you can add him to the call, though.
But I should be on the call as well, and for whatever reason, I can't get back.
But
Because I-
just hang up and call us all back.
Yeah, we'll
What's-
just hang up. We'll start
There
the
is
call
no
again.
hang up button like on my screen, even though I can still hear you guys right now. Skype looks like
All right,
we
so here's
are
what's going to
not in
happen.
a call.
I'm going to close Skype, reopen Skype.
All right.
I think I'm going to do the same. I'll be
Yeah.
right back.
All right, everyone. Bye-bye. Oop, quit Skype. All right, sorry about that. Quit. Let me just get it back up. I think it's coming back. Hold on. There's Skype. Hold on. Let me turn Skype off for 2 seconds. Okay. Let's get Skype back up. Let me know when you are ready. All right. Yes. All right, we're just waiting on Aaron to get back. And as soon as it does, she does. We will give. I just don't want to close before she does. There we go. Okay. Okay.
Are we back?
I think so. Yeah.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
Everyone here all right?
Yep. Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. All right, let's put Skype back on. Okay. Dave, are you
You're
here?
breaking
Second,
up.
Dave? I heard a tap, tap, tap.
I think you might have been trying to talk, but it's breaking up really bad.
Second, Dave.
There he is.
Hello?
There's an echo through his speaker, but
Yeah, it was too loud.
I just see the spinny circle on him.
I see his video now.
You see video?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't.
Oh, yeah. I see David's video.
All right, I see Dave
there we
video.
go.
Can you talk, Dave? Hello?
I can try and talk.
Yay!
The connection is definitely not as good on the computer as on the phone.
That's okay. We can hear you and see you, so that's good.
Okay.
Okay. So by the way, thank you so much, Original Game Bug, for that awesome rage. Sorry, you came in, and Rail, I can have a nice discussion. SQL is a language. In fact, structured query language. But that's okay. So yes.
I can.
So you're about 5 miles, 6 miles away from the area in Brooklyn that you guys know, and you've just left the ship. So, what is your next course of action?
Who wants to take the subway?
they
seems
have-
reasonable.
Subway
don't
seems
have-
like a decent. Yeah.
They don't have Uber in New Jersey? No?
But Uber for 5 or 6 people?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably not a good idea.
I mean, they have the
Subway is-
Uber.
All right, so
Vans
you're getting
are
on the
risky.
subway. Baldur, are you gonna follow? They seem to be heading. All right, you might need to get a little closer. You broke up on that.
I'm hoping they will employ me, so I will follow them.
Perfect.
Sweet.
All right, so Balder seems to be following.
And I keep trying to hand you a resume written on lined paper with pen.
Didn't
When we get
exactly
back to
have
the
a
base-
chance to. Yeah.
When we get back to the base, hand it to the base computer.
Yep.
All right, as you guys get really close, so as you're about like half a mile away, you start to feel a sense of blah. Your desire to continue, as well as any magical abilities you might have had, start to wane, and you really will have to focus if you want to continue forward. This is a team endurance challenge. Aaron.
Oh,
start this out.
lovely. I am likely going to puke and just curl up on a park bench. Oh, no. All right. I have sufficient mental fortitude today.
Woohoo! Night endurance.
I'm going to go in the zone and be like, alright, I really gotta make it through this. Oh.
You just like, I'm not magic. It doesn't matter to me. Tav.
Yes. My
Roll some
endurance is
endurance.
average. Yep. Okay. Rolling. Yep. I make it through.
You stay the course. Balder.
I-
What is your endurance average?
My endurance is average, but I let down my fans by giving up this quest. So I will use my fame.
All right, so you get a +2 bonus.
Yes.
And even with that, so you reach out on Twitter, hoping for people to get excited, but you realize that Twitter is just full of people that don't really care. So it's maybe not. All right, Shireen.
I am so ready to have my magic back that I am barely phased by this nuisance of a feelings. I don't need them.
Alright, Spock.
All right, Niley, endurance.
Now, I have a question. Would this kind of thing even, like, affect, like, sort of things or, like...
Magic
I don't know,
is
how
this
it
blurred
works.
line near science. So there's roots of science within magic. So basically, the fundamentals of physics are mildly changing, but in a way that drastically affects the lines of magic, but yourself, like your resonance just feels off from this thing. So kind of like if an EMP went off, it would really hurt you.
I had a shield up. Well, it depends. But anyway,
Yeah.
what I was thinking is that it wouldn't be nearly the same. So I was thinking if I had what skill, like if I could just
It's endurance.
justify. No, I mean there's those I forget because I haven't used it in a long time. That the one that
Oh, your special ability?
yeah.
That's the
Ha-
you
that-
did that how. You get to choose
Is
a
that
different
just
skill to use.
is that just oh so that's just that okay.
Yeah, so it's
is
use a
that,
different skill instead.
Well, I don't need to do that because endurance is good, but how does that? It's been so long. Is that just once a mission?
Yep, once per
Right.
mission.
Okay. Yes, I'll not use that. Say for the good, so that would be an 8, right?
Mhm.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Okay.
Riley's like feels a tingle and then just like this tingle. Maybe she could help you pinpoint it actually. If she,
All right, so it was just
very slight. very
Aaron
slight.
that failed, right?
no,
No,
I
it was-
Oh,
succeeded.
it's just Knight.
I did, and Dave did.
All right, yeah. So Knight and Balder are kind of just sitting there, you know, looking at each other, looking at the ads on the subway, going, maybe we'll just keep seeing where the subway goes. The rest of you all kind of look at them. You gonna grab them and pull?
No matter how innocent it is, I refuse to tug on Balder.
Shireen, this is an excuse to touch him.
I think I might get in trouble
But
if I do. But we can't just leave him here.
Well, I could give him a shock.
I was gonna say, can you
Just
like
go on
put him on a
without-
leash and drag him?
And
you
you
wanna
think
hold-
it's bad enough grabbing his arm and giving him a little tug, and you want to
I
leash
didn't.
him?
I didn't say I was putting him on a leash. I was saying,
Did
couldn't
you
I
steal a
leave
whip
him
from
on a-
Dungeons and Dragons? Was that it?
Nylia is not going to drag. Not going to drag someone around by a leash.
Well, you just gotta give him a little bit of motivation.
But
Nylia
you'll
will
shock
give
him.
a shock. Nylia will give him a shock so that
Okay.
it feels like the seat is shocking him.
All right.
So that he-
Boulder,
shock
you
him.
feel this great urge to just get off your seat.
I do so.
Who else did not pass?
I could continue shocking him so that it feels like he needs to walk away and out the door.
I think I'm gonna just pull out a potion and help Night Watch come back to reality and
But then,
give her a
So
little
give her
drop
that,
of
you give
something.
her coffee.
magic.
Basically,
Okay.
basically.
Thanks, I need to pick me up.
But if the potion uses magic, does it still work?
It's coffee.
It's coffee. It's caffeine.
Well then, okay, never mind.
It still works. Okay, so you guys, have located the building. It's pretty clear because there's one very tall building and the other buildings just couldn't possibly fit this. So you've located the building, but it's the device is on top of it. So it seems to be a medium security building. There's, a guard at the front who's, checking people in. So security tech. You will need to get into the medium security building and make your way to the rooftop. Knight, would you like to take this challenge?
I'm guessing I'm probably still slightly apathetic and kind of weaning on my coffee, so I'm gonna pass.
Tav, would you like to take this?
I
It's like
shall
a corporate
attempt
building.
this.
What was that, Boulder?
It's a corporate building. It's like a standard building or like a technological fortress.
It's residential, but it's medium security.
Okay.
Now,
All right,
I have
Tav,
a
are you going to take
question.
this on?
What's your question, Ron?
I have a question, and it kind of involves a possible assist, but I don't know how this would work, so I need to. Does the building happen to have like any of those like window cleaner go up and down anywhere on it?
There's no scaffolding on it currently.
Not scaffold.
There's
but
no
like those-
window cleaner gear on it currently.
Okay. How tall is the building?
Guard female.
Like, how many stories? high?
It is a male imposing strong guard. Tav, would you like to take on the security tech to
I shall.
fabricate badges or in some way, shape, or form get on the list to get in?
Hey, the
I
guard
shall.
could be gay, you know?
All right, Tav.
I'll go with the security role.
There we
I think.
go.
From that front. Nope. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get us on the list.
All right. So, Balder, it is now up to you. Would you like to attempt to get...
I'm going to go in and try and convince the security person that we're supposed to be there.
All right, and is Charm your good? Is Charm good or your best?
Charm is my best.
Charm is your best. So let's see. So 6. Wow, you barely succeed, but you do. So yeah, you convince the guard. You belong. Clearly, you must belong. Someone this pretty definitely belongs in maximum in medium security. You must be rich. You must live here. You're just that darn good looking and nice.
Of course.
All right, so you all watch Balder just walk up to the thing like he owns the place and starts walking through. Are you guys gonna follow?
Yep.
Yeah,
Might as well.
I'm following
No reason
more
not to.
Balder, this group is following. Do you?
I motion to the security person that they're my assistant.
He looks at the
Sweet.
ragtag bunch and nods, understanding. Your entourage, I guess.
Yeah. Roadies. Actually, I don't know roadies. Never mind.
All right. Challenge number 4: Science Magic. The device is unlike anything you've seen before. Oh yes. You make your way up to the roof. You walk a staircase. It's lots of stairs. Anyone who really hates stairs, I'm sorry. So yes,
How many stairs are we talking?
it's 30 flights of stairs.
Oh god.
Oh God, why?
I can
Can
make
we
you roll endurance if you want, but
No, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
get there eventually.
Eventually.
Baldur, this doesn't bother you in the least. So the device is unlike anything you've seen before. It seems to have an impenetrable force field around it. The only way it can be disarmed is with a controlled explosion or by overloading it with magic. You must work together to shut this down. So this is a team science and magic roll. Shireen, you can start us off.
I think I will attempt.
Question: can I do an assist roll in this or no?
No, because it's a team.
Okay.
So I'm going to attempt to use our slight excess leftovers of the Greek fire that I have in
That magic
Bottle.
based or something different?
alchemy
Chemical.
based.
You're channeling your
Science.
magic, even though your magic's not working. You're trying to overload the amount of magics. You're all working together,
Yes.
so
So
you can do it.
it's technically science though anyways, so it doesn't matter. Cuz alchemy and whatever.
Yep.
Riley just points out that the orbital laser is still there, and she continued.
I am going to do the Molotov cocktail of Greek fires, light it on fire, and then throw it at the thing and see what happens.
Seems good to
Okay.
me.
I'm pretty sure it exploded and coated the entire thing and is now burning its protective barrier furiously.
Yes, Niley. So yeah, everyone's gonna roll, and then we'll describe all the actions because it's all gonna happen at once.
Got it.
Niley, science/magic. Give it a roll.
Okay, well, Riley wants to use the orbital laser.
Okay, you can attempt to use the orbital laser.
It's kind of discharged after the last firing, though.
It's been about a day.
Are you gonna like shoot through the
All
roof?
right.
No, you're
I mean,
on the roof.
we
We're on the
barely
roof. Oh, okay.
used any of its capacity too. I mean, like enough capacity to like kind of light the boat on fire. If you had
Alright.
used all of the charge capacity,
What are you dialing
had,
it up to? Like
We're on
lightning
the
bolt?
roof.
Are you dialing it up to mini fire, or are you dialing it up to this building may not be here tomorrow?
How about
Let's not commit acts of terrorism. Just
How
a
about-
thought.
How about okay, let's what did you mean before by controlled explosion? Like, do we have any sense of what that would be?
A controlled explosion is one that you would do on a door so that the door would break and you could get in, but the house would remain. And you wouldn't die. That's a controlled explosion. Like one that breaks a lock on a door.
Okay, so is there like a certain point that it seems where this would go, or were we just guessing, or?
You have no idea. You just see this device. There's a field that you can't get through, and you want to pour as much magic and shock waves and stuff at it so that you can break it and then get into the device.
Okay, so what Niley's going to do is, instead of even trying to like do it in an explosive way, she's going to shoot the laser at the field in sort of a way where it would be kind of like, I guess, like imagine if, you know, like in Star Trek, if you're shooting a phaser at shields and like what that would be like. So it's not actually doing any exploding thing. It's just kind of, you know,
You're trying
Throwing-
to microwave a hot pocket. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
dumping energy into the shields and seeing what happens.
Give a roll. Let's see how it works.
All right. Would this still be science?
Science. Yep.
That would be 8. I believe.
You succeed. There is a very controlled lightning bolt hitting the top. Warp.
It's like a constant. This is this is a sustained beam.
Okay.
Or, like not like super energy, but it's like a sustained.
So our magic doesn't actually work at this point, or I'm confused about how this is working right now.
Your magic, when you try to create like a portal, like you get this tiny little thing. But right now you're just trying to shock the monkey right now. So you can still like focus all your magical energies. So you could make tons of tiny portals. You could, but yeah, you're just trying to oomph the crap out of this.
Sure, I'm gonna attempt to, every time a spark of electricity flies off this thing as we're zapping it with all this stuff, redirect the zap flying away from the device back into the device by means of little tiny pairs of portals as often and as much as I possibly can.
All right, roll for it. Yeah. All right, Knight.
I'm going to pull out some dut cord. And I just kind of threw it at the orb, and it just kind of caught on fire, and nothing really happened.
And Tav.
I focused my telekinetic power into needle sharp point and thrust away. In fact, in the shoot.
Your needle thrust works.
Yes.
Boulder. Science and magic.
Well, I've been using magic since I was the youngest guardian, so clearly I should thrust my sword directly into it.
What, your average?
I'm bad at magic.
You're bad? Okay, 12.
I don't know if that's going to be a good idea because all of that energy that's being pumped
It's a
into
great idea.
It's a wonderful idea. Okay,
the energy that's being pumped into it from the laser is probably going to go down that sword. Metal conducts.
In a matter of 10 seconds, you all focus your energies, and a beam of light from the sky, from the heavens, seems to open up and, smash straight into the top of it. And little tiny portals are redirecting electrical charge, and Baldur is thrown backwards as he is electrocuted. And Knight just sits there throwing things and having them bounce back and occasionally hit her. But the shield
Warned you the sword was a bad idea.
And the device it puffs in a very large plume of smoke, covering everything, and magic seems to be restored. Congratulations!
Yay. I did it.
As this is happening,
The feasting hall.
the roof access door opens up, and Damien and Renee are angry and wielding quarterstaffs and tasers. They aren't really
As
used
the
to
door
combat,
opens up, Niley fires sleep darts at them.
but they're threatening enough. And Nyla, you'll have a chance to do that. It is a combat-based team roll, or team-based combat roll. All right, so we'll go Baldur. You have your sword and are laying on the floor. There is a guy with a taser and a guy with a quarterstaff who are evil geniuses.
Taser doesn't look threatening at all because that doesn't look like the weapon. So I will charge the guy with the quarterstaff and try to tackle him out of combat.
Okay. Combat is your good.
Combat is good.
Okay. All right, Shireen. How are you entering the melee?
I whip out my. I'm not very good at combat. I generally trip over my own feet, so I'm gonna whip out my "you did that how," pull out my magic wand, and harness the full power of my magic now that it has returned.
Okay. And you...
And it feels so good.
Niley, combat.
Okay,
Two people threatening you with a taser and a quarterstaff.
As soon as before the door opens, it's like because Niley has the sensors, whatever. It's like you could hear, I guess, or maybe not hear because there was loud noise. Anyway, she knows the door's about to open. She doesn't know who's there, but she gets her everything's ready. She has like little things in her arms now that got sleeping darts pop out. These are the most powerful ones yet. These guys are going to be out for a week if they get hit. And at the same time, as like a backup plan, she's kind of recalibrating the orbital laser to like kind of do a flashbang sort of thing where they're standing, but that is like a sort if this doesn't work. It's like for the next
Okay,
turn.
give her all.
I just wanted to point that out that's happening so you'll know if you're playing. And so she shoots one from each arm at them both, and we don't know if they'll hit. But all right, that's average. So that's 10. Roll 10. And yeah,
Overeager,
one.
you hit the door.
To be honest, I'm kind of glad you didn't hit them because people won't be out for a week. They'll just die.
Warp.
So we can give them an IV.
Combat.
I'm gonna pull You Did That How, and use my scientific knowledge to recognize that these tasers they're using are the newer models and are actually Bluetooth compatible, so I can shut them down remotely from my phone. And suddenly their tasers don't work anymore.
Knight. Combat.
I'm bad at combat. I'm probably just gonna go with the throw stuff approach again. Yeah, I kind of like, I throw one of my shoes at one of the guys and it misses.
Tav. Combat.
Tav charges in manfully. Gets a taser in the backside. There you go.
But the tasers don't work anymore.
Tasers don't work anymore. Maybe quarterstaff.
You got hit with that. What was it? One of them had a big stick.
I don't want that in the backside. That hits me on the head.
In what can only be described as the most comedic battle, a comedic nerd fight ever, a taser fails to launch. A guy whirls around a quarterstaff with less than quality precision. Knight throws shoes and other items that don't even come anywhere near the combat. Tav is rolling around the floor, pretending to dodge, dive, dip, duck, and dive, and goes behind different things, taking cover. Well, Dave takes out the quarterstaff guy with ease, and Morwen and Shireen just obliterates and lights the other guy on fire. And they're now just stop, drop, and roll, and have pretty much just surrendered and given up.
Cool.
I was
So
hoping
yeah,
it would go to a second round so I could fire the laser again.
there's no need. You have won. But
I know, that's why I was saying I was hoping it was going to a second round.
Oh, combat rarely does. Otherwise, things would take forever. This isn't D&D. Come on. All right.
The second round was just going to be like...
Last challenge. You look at the device and realize that it's not just smoking, it's ready to explode. Science or magic, you must quickly repair and disable the device from exploding, or else you will become toast. I believe we are up to warp.
Does it have 4 symbols on a keypad?
Maybe we shouldn't be doing warp
What
first.
color is the button? And does it say detonate?
But I'm just
Can
going
you-
to, like, really quickly, this is like what's going
I'm pretty good at
Riley's
science and
head.
magic. Let's see.
Not,
Would you
Is
like an
there, like-
assist?
Oh, sorry. Was
I
it
was-
technology or science?
No, it's a science, but I was asking, would you like an assist? I can probably assist by giving you, like, tools with technology.
That would be lovely.
Niley, you can talk, but it's warp's turn.
Oh, I was going to try and do an assist, but never mind.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was about
Sorry.
to, like, try and...
Okay.
I provide
Well,
you with
and
tools.
assist.
Yep, we got an assist.
Wow, that
And-
thing is well shut down.
Very nice.
Congratulations. There were 3 batteries on the case. The serial number ended in a vowel. We did not explode today.
Yay! Great success. All right.
That was... yeah, my plan was going to be more complicated than that.
The simple one sometimes works. Usually.
I was going to scan it and see how big, like, the core that might explode is and see if we could help Aaron teleport that into the ocean.
No, it's a scientific device. I'm good with tinkering these things. Well, you know.
Yeah, just kill a bunch of fish and whatever's in the water.
We've already did that once. What? It's not gonna hurt again. Might as well just go full. Get going.
All
All
right,
right,
this is
so
an
you're
accident.
now
Twice
standing
gets you
with
sued.
two bad guys that you have just captured. An unemployed NSA agent who has helped you infiltrate the building, as well as take out the bad guys.
Now it points out that
What
somebody should handcuff them immediately.
Don't look at me. I left my fuzzy cuffs at home.
Well, I didn't.
Oh.
I was
Boy,
expecting
they were without
Shireen,
them.
but you know.
I mean, I've got a utility belt.
There's nothing more embarrassing than getting handcuffed in fuzzy cuffs to get thrown in a cop car. All right, so Knight cuffs them.
We're looking for plans for this thing as well.
What?
Were we looking for plans for the device so we could destroy the plans as well?
That was said.
I mean, you've disabled it. You can just disassemble it. I mean, with screws and stuff.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought someone mentioned that we needed to like destroy the plans that they used to build it. But okay. If we're good, then nope. Never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, you could probably go to their go to their hotel or not hotel, their apartment, and get rid of the plans. But
I suppose they're being arrested, so
yeah,
you know.
this is like supervillain stuff. Like they're that's not. It's all that.
Gotcha.
All that jazz. Yeah. Jazz. All right. So are you guys heading back to base? You talking to Balder? You're not talking to Balder?
I have a resume. Are you hiring?
I'm currently
Who's
picking
gonna do
apart.
the interview?
I'm currently picking apart Balder's resume and finding everything negative I can possibly find just to spite him.
Well, I mean, it's like name Balder, skills, adventuring, feasting, wooing of women.
This is why it's easy to pick apart and just.
Experience, Asgard Royal, military.
His handwriting
NSA.
is impeccable and his spelling is correct.
I mean, we could use a big lug.
Yes, but the content is just what were you even thinking?
He's a minimalist. Think about this.
I'm
He'd be
filling
hired
the-
by Google in a minute. He's got design down.
I've somehow managed to make Comic Sans with pen.
With pen.
Oh God, it's in Comic Sans. No higher. Absolutely not. Nope.
What do you have against Comic Sans?
It's not Comic Sans MS. This is the original, the appropriate
That's-
Comic Sans.
Doesn't matter. Not resume material. You use Comic Sans for your little kid's birthday invitations, not professional documents.
But it was handwritten. You have to appreciate that skill.
I'll be impressed if he can write in Consulus with handwriting.
He could write in like perfect calligraphy if he wanted to. He's been
Yes,
trained in
I
that stuff.
probably can.
The problem is that he chose Comic Sans, and that's the problem.
I wanted it to be friendly.
All right, so Warp is sitting there doing that. What's everyone else doing?
I'm bringing the base kitty to him to see if the base kitty approves.
Oh,
Yeah.
Why can't we just all go back?
All right,
We're
well,
on
you're
our
all
way
going to
back.
go back to the base anyway. Because he
Okay.
left something back at your base, so he has to pick it
Yeah.
up.
I assume we're all in the subway at this point,
My
heading back.
Yeah, you're navigating the wonderful wonders that is New Jersey, New York mass transit. It
Sorry, I
gets
thought we
you.
were already back at the base.
Yeah. Base kitty approves.
Yay.
Did
Alright,
you
that's
roll
fine
for
with me.
that, Lewin?
Yes, I did. Tav, your thoughts?
I'm still wondering about these amulets. We saw no reaction to the sixth one being dished out.
Yeah, but maybe he has to become one of us before it actually works.
Be one of us.
One of us. One of us.
Ellie mentions that our data on the prophecy is incomplete.
No. You don't know
Yep.
that. I have been forcing you guys to think about that. As of now, you guys think you're fully aware of the prophecy.
That's what I mean is that, like, Niley knows that she doesn't, there's, like, missing it. Like,
So,
the data is
Niley,
corrupted.
why don't you go and search the database and see if you can pull...
But you can't use SQL because it's not a programming language.
Yeah, I think probably the most rational approach to the prophecy and the amulet thing is, given our lack of knowledge, is probably the prophecy was wrong. Because, prophecies tend to be wrong.
Or,
This is true.
we misheard or misremembered something and... Go look it up. Google that. No? Okay, I'll Google it.
All right, Shireen, what are your thoughts?
Is Googling a programming language?
It